Yo, what is good? What is good? What is good? How is everybody feeling? Holy crap, the Raiders have made tons and tons of noise, and I'm here for it. Man. And I'm ready to talk to the nation about it because, oh, am I pumped up. I was so bad that we made all these moves while I was at work. I was like, oh, I can't make no videos. But look, man, I'm here right now, and we're going to talk about all of it. I'm talking about top to bottom. Oh, I'm here for it, man. But really quick, I gotta take a roll call real quick. Shout out to everybody in here. We got Dave, Robert, Blue King, Ralph, CT, Dreaded One, SJ, Dreaded One again. Thor was popping. Kenny was good, my guy. Joy, OG Fade, Silver. Who else? Anthony, GC, we got everybody in here. Salvo, Brandon, X Raider, what's popping with everybody in high five? Kenny again, Raider Mike, Connecticut, Raiders Pinoy. I don't even know how to say that shit. Bro, LV Maximus was good. Andy was good. My boy was good. Ryan, Desert Raider, EC, Todd. We lit, man. We lit. Ruben, Frankie, Egalitarian. Bro, we are making moves, dog. We are making moves. And I tried to tell y'all yesterday, I felt like we weren't making any moves because it wasn't the official new league year. I felt like we were just waiting for the fact that we wanted teams to have to be a little bit desperate. We wanted teams to have to release a bunch of guys before the deadline happened. And as you guys all know, I mentioned in my video early morning. Shout out to all the love that you guys showed on that video. I mentioned on my early morning video that check it, man. We were one of the only teams that was already cap compliant before the deadline, but there was many teams that had to be releasing guys. We didn't pick any guys up that were released, but at the end of the day, teams were having to make moves on their cap instead of making moves on free agency. So we kind of had the upper hand today, and it showed. Look, really quick, man, I want to talk about what we started doing in the morning, and that was signing Nicholas, Bilal Nicholas, or I don't know which one is first, but look, I love the pickup, bro. 2 years, 11 mil, 5.5 guaranteed, or 5.5 a year, 9 million guaranteed. Great contract, and that contract right there is due to patience. That contract right there was due to the fact that the Raiders sit back. They let guys like Tim Settle get their money. They let guys like Folaronzu get their money. They let Sebastian Joseph Day get their money, and they sat back. They were patient. They said, look, Akeem Hicks is still out there. Michael Pierce is still out there. Bilal is still out there, and I really love this pickup, you guys. It's a very under the radar signing, in my opinion. The youth is everything, in my opinion. The fact that we have signed a 25-year-old defensive tackle that can push the pocket, that can pass rush, that can take these quarterbacks down onto the ground, in my opinion, is a huge deal. You guys may think I'm overreacting just a little bit, but I really love that. And let's get straight into it, man. Let's get straight into it. Who let me scroll down in the comments a little bit more. Okay, make sure I didn't miss no supers. Shout out to Raider Scout. He was amongst the first to report this. He says the Raiders, yeah, I got all of that. But look, check the stats out, man. 17 games, started in 15, where he recorded 51 tackles as a defensive lineman. In my opinion, that is a lot of tackles. 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 9 QB hits, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 pass breakup, and 31 quarterback pressures. That's big, man. That is big. Steven, is this the Horseman? No, we're not. I don't think we're doing the Horseman tonight. But look, man, big signing on this. I love this pickup. The fact that he came in, brought in on 5.5 mil a year, A+ pickup for me for the Las Vegas Raiders. I love the signings, man. I love the signings. Next up on the list, we got Carl Nassib. The Carl Nassib situation went down. As we all know, it was a post-June designation, so that was the last of our post-June. So we are no longer able to designate guys to be a post-June release, which is why you saw us eat up $5 million in dead cap when we released Nick Kwiatkowski was because we only have 2 post-June designation releases. So that's why you saw us only gain $3 million and with $5 million in dead cap. But at the end of the day, you guys, saving $3 million, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for saving as much as possible. Carl Nassib, once a Raider, always a Raider. I really appreciate what you did for the nation, man. Was a big part in our victory against Baltimore in week 1. Shout out to Carl, but, on to bigger and better things. Now, after Carl Nassib, we were still the the front runners for cornerback Stephon Gilmore. I'm not sure if that's still the case at the moment after we signed a couple depth pieces, but hopefully we can still get this guy. Definitely interesting. Let's see. Rod Gas. Let's see. Quick got cut after that. He sure did. And this one, the man of the hour. Nobody freaking thought this would happen. That's big. That's big in my opinion. This right here, dude, you guys don't understand. Him being an outside linebacker, him being a scheme fit, holy crap. Him and Max Crosby should be freaking phenomenal together. Whether it's Max Crosby pushing the sacks into him or whether it's him pushing the sacks into Max Crosby, it'll be a damn good day. And the best part about this deal, you guys, it's under $20 million and it's for 3 freaking seasons. 3 years, we have got ourselves Chandler Jones, one of the top, if not the top, outside linebacker in this position as an edge rusher for many years. I love it. And really quick, I want to show you guys a little bit about our first signing of the day. And our first signing of the day was this man right here. And shout out to Sanji because he broke it down real quick. And I did use these statistics on my first video from the morning. But this is very important. Look at the highlighted section. This man, what's his face? Bilal Nichols. He played 22 snaps from the 0 to 1 technique. He's not a guy that's going to plug up the middle in terms of the A gaps, but look at his numbers outside of that. 382 snaps at the 2/3 technique. So that means he slid into the B gap. That means he slid into a position where he can kind of control a guard more than having to control a guard and a sender. So look, 382 snaps at the 2/3 technique is phenomenal. And 3-4 defensive end, he played 235 snaps. All I could do is clap, man. Shout out to this man right here, picking him up for $5.5 million. I'm gonna keep saying it. You guys can be annoyed with me, but I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. That is huge. Getting him for that cheap, that is huge. Now, this is where things got interesting. This is where things got interesting. I think after the season, we all took a step back as a nation, and we realized Yannick Ngakue is a damn good player against the pass, but he is the definition of a liability against the run. Thank goodness for Gus Bradley's departure to Indianapolis, and the Raiders were able to let go of $9 million of Yannick Ngakwe's cap in a trade that landed us Rock Ya-Sin. Let me tell you guys about Rock Ya-Sin. 6 foot on the dot, just under 200 pounds, so he's the perfect frame for an outside corner. And let me tell you this, he was ranked in the top 5 amongst all eligible corners in man coverage last year. That is huge to where we want to go. As we all know, with Patrick Graham's scheme, we are going to be a scheme that's going to be versatile week to week. We need that young guy. We need that guy that can be in your face, man on man, press coverage. And across from him, he's going to have another young guy that likes to do the same thing in Trayvon Mullen. Personally, though, I would like to see us go out and get a guy like Stephon Gilmore or maybe even a Dante Jackson for 1 to 2 seasons, because the only thing about Rock Ya-Sin is that he is on his last year of his contract. So we did do a player for player trade, but It was for two guys that were on the last year of their contracts. Hopefully, with the fact that Rock Yassin is eligible for an extension, hopefully we can get this done. And you already know that my guy Scout was on this. Boy, oh boy, he jumps off the tape. He jumps off the tape. The fact that he had a 1-4-2 10-yard split, only word I could say is explosive. That's the only thing I can say, man. The only freaking thing I can say. Just under a 40-inch vert with a 4.47 40-yard dash. This dude right here, man, we need to get him under contract for many years to come. We have to. We have to. Rock Yassin is a freaking baller. I'm going to say it once and I'm going to say it, or I said it once, I'm going to say it again. Yannick Ngakue was not top 5 in any category besides pressures. This man right here was top 5 amongst all corners in man-on-man coverage. We need to understand how valuable that is for our Las Vegas Raiders. And guess what? The moves didn't stop there. The moves did not stop there. And shout out to my guy, Wasted Talent, man. Put on a phenomenal show earlier today. So please go check out my guy, Wasted Talent, on his YouTube page and go show him some major Raider Nation love. But check this out, man. The Raiders go out and get themselves probably Jalen Richard's replacement. They go out and they get themselves their third down running back in Brandon Bolden, who appeared in 17 games for the Patriots in 2021. So he played in all 17 games, 44 rushes, 226, 1 touchdown. He also added 41 receptions for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he can definitely catch the ball out the backfield, man. He is no slouch. He is a baller. We got to do this, man. This is a decent move. It's depth. He's a third down running back. Don't expect nothing crazy, but at the end of the day, it's a damn good pickup. Then I also spoke about this. We took on $3.7 million in dead cap, but it saved us quite a bit of money, and it's much needed. So shout out to him. But I do think that was not the end. This one kind of hurt. This one kind of hurt, man. Alec Ingold, man. Once a Raider, always a Raider. He heads out to Miami, getting himself the bag, just under $3.75 million a year. Much deserved. I wish the Raiders would have been able to hold on to this man. But we love you, Alec. Wish you the best. You deserve every single penny on that contract. Love you, Alec Ingold. Like I said, man, once a Raider, always a Raider. You are a fan favorite forever and through, man. He was a team captain on this roster. I did not want that man to go. Everybody in here, let's get Alec Ingold love in the chat, man. Shout out to Alec Ingold. And then, after Alec Ingold made his departure to Miami, we went and got ourselves our fullback of the future. Well, technically, we got ourselves our fullback for the season because he only signed to a 1-year deal. Technically was a better fullback than Alec Ingold in both the pass blocking department and the run blocking department. So he is an upgrade to Alec Ingold in terms of the blocking sense of the fullback position. We all know that Alec Ingold was a Swiss Army knife. We know that Alec Ingold can go out and catch the ball. We know that Alec Ingold was able to go line up a receiver, maybe run a slant or two and get himself a catch. But that's not really this man's game. Shout out to Jacob Johnson. He is a damn good fullback, and Josh McDaniels got his guy. He got his guy, man. I cannot complain. We went out. We signed a great special teamer. Shout out to Graf. He kind of put me onto this guy. But for those of you guys who don't know, this guy right here was the man that caught that Fitzpatrick pass when Arden Key decided to do some fuck shit. So he's on the team now, but check it. Fuck him. No, I'm playing, y'all. I'm just playing, man. It's not fuck him, man. It's not. But shout out to him. We got ourselves a good special teamer with Mac Hollins. 1-year deal. Nothing too major. 28 years old. Perfect. Why not? Why not bring the man in? He is good depth. He does a lot of things for the Raiders. He can line up out wide, and then he can go make a play on special teams. That's a big part of what it is in the Raider Nation and what we want for the Raiders going forward. We want versatility at every single phase of the football field. Now, in my opinion, this is one of my favorite sneaky signings because me personally, I was actually a bit surprised that Anthony Averett did not go in day 2 of free agency. Now, I know technically today was day 1 of free agency, but I am still a bit surprised that Anthony Everett didn't go yesterday. And the reason why I say that is because in my opinion, I feel like this guy is deserving of a bigger contract than what this $4.5 million contract shows. So I'm very, very happy that the Raiders were able to get him on a 1.5 or a $4.5 million deal because personally I felt like he earned himself with his play last season anywhere from $6 to $8 million a year. So Anthony Everett comes in, great depth, great competition. He showed some success and he's flashed with the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm excited to see how he comes in and performs. Adds a lot of competition. 3 interceptions, 12 pass breakups, and allowed. This is a sneaky good number. Only a 79.3 QBR is a very, very sneakily good number. I'm not even sure if sneakily is a good word, but it is today. That's a good number. When targeted, only averaging a 79.3 QBR. He had one of his best games, and he kind of flashed a little bit against Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill had one of his lower games against Anthony Everett. But hey, man, I'm not going to expect that from him every single week in and week out. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But you guys, now that all that's done and dusted, we went through everything. I want to know how you guys are feeling after the Raiders were active all freaking day, man. How are you guys feeling? And shout out to Ben Bad. He says, glad to see survive the first day. Listen, you know, after the first day, me, Graf, Hammer, and amongst others, I think Wasted was on there as well. We went on his channel for about 14 hours, hoping and waiting for something like this to happen. And for 38, almost 40 hours, the Raiders said, nope, take your ass to sleep. So that's what we did. And come week or day 1 of the new league year, we went out and we balled, man. Personally, I think one of the most impressive things is that we were able to get Chandler Jones on a 3-year deal for $17.5 million a year for 3 seasons. For 3 freaking seasons. That is big in my opinion. 3 seasons is nothing to play about. I mean, look, when you have guys under contract for that long, it then allows you to, if you want to, you can restructure. If you want to, you can extend, right? So it would have been nice, even though we only got, if let's say we only got Chandler Jones for 1 year, it still would have been nice. It still would have been nice. But the fact that we got him for 3 seasons, it was amazing, man. It was amazing. Um, my guy SBG says we for sure still need a CB1. I agree with you. I agree with you. Most definitely, I agree. I agree. Ziegler and Champ ain't playing, bro. They're not playing, bro. They're not playing, Joy. They're not. Farrell says the best move was for Rocky Sin, player for player deal, smart move. I agree. I honestly feel like we robbed the Colts. And the reason why is because we filled a need. We filled a big need at corner by letting go a guy that we had already planned to replace with Chandler Jones. On top of that, Chandler Jones is all around an upgrade from Yannick Ngakue. I don't care what anybody says. What anybody says. He is a better player than Yannick Ngakue through and through, no doubt. So I honestly feel like we kind of robbed them because he was a guy that was a liability to the Raiders against the run. And we filled at a cornerback need. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. Um, I'm liking the cornerback room, and I see a lot of you guys in here still maybe a little bit worried about the fact that we need a wide receiver 1, and I agree. I agree. We definitely still need a wide receiver 1. Um, It's still up in the air. It is definitely still up in the air. But at the end of the day, you guys, Allen Robinson is still out there, right? That's the number one receiver. Who knows what we're planning to do behind the scenes? Who knows if what's happening on in Green Bay is being monitored by Ziegler and McDaniels? You know, we really don't know. We had no idea. We had no ties. We had no links to superstar pass rusher Chandler Jones. But we went out and we got him, right? This whole time, the Raiders, the Patriots were linked to Stephon Gilmore, DJ Chark, right? We didn't get either of those guys. We didn't get either of those guys. None of us, I don't think anyone in here, including myself, thought that we were going to go out and get freaking Chandler Jones. But we got him. So at the end of the day, who knows if we are actually monitoring what's going on in Green Bay with Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers and their front office. I do know, though, that Randall Cobb today took them and saved them about $5 million. So that is something to look at as well. But I ain't worried. Shout out to my guy Scully Pictures. He said the Raiders are truly a defensive villain of the West. Look, I tried to tell you guys. 65 to 75% of our cap this offseason was going to go to the defensive side of the ball. As far as what we're looking at right now, it's looking like that's happening, right? We traded for a corner. We brought in a defensive tackle. We brought in an outside linebacker. Hey, it's looking like it. It's looking like it, right? So far, we've only spent on the offensive side of the ball for a fullback, a special team wide receiver, and a third down running back. So it's honestly looking like what I was saying is truly kind of panning out. I don't want to be like I was right, because there's so many days to come. But personally, man, we made some big moves that improved our roster today, and we are actually threading the needle on truly competing for this AFC West title. And there's many more days to come. There's many more ways to make money, and there's many more free agents out there to attack and go on and try and pounce on. So I'm extremely excited. Shout out to Ruben. He says Mullen and Rock is in can't battle for to be fired. Look, at the end of the day, I kind of look at them pretty similarly. But personally, I feel like Rocky Sin is a bit more developed at this point in his career. I'm not sure if that's because Rocky Sin has been put in a better system. I think it is. I feel like Rocky Sin his whole career, he's had Matt Eberflus, one of my favorite candidates that was on the market this offseason for a potential offensive coach, or I mean, head coach hire. So there was that, right? So he's been put in a steady, consistent, and good defensive scheme his whole career. Mullen has not. Mullen has already gone through what? This is his third defensive coordinator in his fourth year, right? So we got Paul Gunther, we got Gus Bradley, and then this offseason now we have Patrick Graham. So I like it, man. I like it. EC says, I view Averett as competition with Mullen and Yassine as Hayward's replacement. 3 young, good corners, upside still. Hobbs makes 4. Let's see. Hobbs makes 4 and a vet and 1 more in the draft / UDFAs is sounding low key nice. It is. It is. We have to remember that we still got a guy like Amik Robertson. We still got Cravon LeBlanc. So these guys are still on the roster. So we're in a decent spot. I still feel like we may still want to go out and get maybe a Dante Jackson. We may still want to go out and get a Stephon Gilmore. And the reason why I say that is because simply those guys could be number ones. They could be number ones. I'm not too sure about Dante Jackson, but Stephon Gilmore could be a number one. Just subscribe to you. Appreciate you, Thomas, and anybody in here that is new, man. Shout out to y'all that are pulling up, showing love to the channel, man. We have many more videos and lives to come. This is just me giving my reactions to all the Raider moves that we've done today because I was at work. I know everybody in the nation was at work as well. The nation is a working nation, so I respect every single one of you guys, but appreciate the fact that we got almost 500 people in here watching me right now. It truly means a lot. And if you are new, hit that sub button, hit that like button, hit that dislike button, comment in the comment section down below, and join the family. Simple as that. Right away says depth. Simple as that, bro. Simple as that. Good news so far. Personally, I think this is great news. I think what we've done today has been great. I think what we've done today has been great. Bucks Tom Brady contract is less than $11 million this year. Wow. Wow. The only thing that I will say, you guys, that it's a little not worrisome, but at the end of the day, is something that I feel like the Raiders should definitely go out and try and deal with and handle with tomorrow, if not the next day, is offensive line. I'm a little worried that we haven't made a play on any offensive lineman. Um, the Austin Corbett's of the world, the James Daniels of the world, all these guys, right? They went in the day one or day two. And that's a little worrisome because a lot of those guys were plug and play. A lot of those guys were plug and play. I don't really want us to put DC's fate and Josh Jacobs' fate and Kenyon Drake's fate in the hands of three extremely young football offensive linemen. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. So me personally, I would like us to spend some money and head on over and maybe give Questenberry a call from the Tennessee Titans. Give some other guys a call because we definitely need to fill up the right tackle position. And I don't think it should be done in the draft. I know the draft you can get a superstar possibly on a super young deal, but it's unknown. It's unknown. So it's a little bit worrisome. A little bit worrisome, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? Shout out to Ruben Rust again. He said top five safety, top five available at safety, still available. Yes, um, there's a couple good safeties still. Did Questenberry get picked up? Really, Raider Mike? I hope not, bro. Excuse me. I hope not, man. I hope not. But look, there is still who's out there in terms of safety. J Ron Curse is a good safety. Um, and the Honey Badger. Those are really two guys that are personally good players that you may want to pick up at the safety position. That's what I think. He got picked up by the Texans. Less than $2 million? Are we serious? No way. No way did he get picked up for less than $2 million. Wow. Wow. That is that's tough. That is tough. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Oh, that sucks, man. That definitely sucks. Uh that's the wrong question, Barry. Are you sure? What would you grade the Chandler Jones signing? I would definitely grade the Chandler Jones signing a A. Not an A minus, not an A plus, but an A. And the only reason why it's not an A plus is due to the fact of his age. So you know that he won't be here for 5 years. But the fact that it's a under $20 million deal for a superstar player and you got him under 3 years, I think it's an A. I love it. I love it, man. I love the deal. I really, really do. No, Scott Questenberry from the Chargers. No, I'm talking about Questenberry, former right tackle from the Tennessee Titans. I want him to come in and be the Las Vegas Raiders offensive tackle. And the reason why is because I really do feel like the Raiders are going to want to run the ball heavy, and he's a top 10 run blocker at his position. So I would love for the Raiders to come in or go in and try and bring him in. That's why. And truly, I think like he's really the only other starting caliber right tackle in this free agent period outside of Trent Brown and Lyle Collins if he gets released. Now, as far as this Trent Brown guys, I think that ship is just about sailed. I do believe he's going in to meet with the Seahawks either tomorrow or Friday. So that ship, for those of you guys that do not want Trent Brown back, it's looking like it'll be a done deal. He may be going to Seattle. And shout out to Ghost to the Post, man. He says, first time on your channel, I'm all in. I really greatly do appreciate you, bro. For those of you guys who are new, man, hit that sub button, hit that like button, and show me some Raider Nation love that I know we all got in our hearts, man. And join the family. Simple as that. We got a lot of content coming this way. And we got a lot of things in the work for this channel, man. A lot of things coming up very, very soon. So stay tuned. I love y'all, nation. Come on, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button for me. Dislike, comment, all that kind of stuff. Sub to you yesterday. Appreciate you, JD. Appreciate you, my man. Bills overpaid for Vaughn. I agree. I agree, Desert. I actually agree, and that's a fire profile pick. I hope that shit happens. So yeah, I really do. But Bills, I do think the Bills overpaid for Von Miller. $20 million a season for 6 years. I don't even think he's playing for 6 years. Yeah, Seattle signed your boy Uchenna Nwosu. I saw that this morning. I was a little bummed out. But when that happened, I believe it was 11 minutes later, the Raiders went out and got and got out Chandler Jones. So I really don't care, bro. I really don't care. My boy Junior says, hit the likes, 500 in here, only 150 likes. There you go, man. Hit that like button down below and show me that Raider Nation love, man. What position would you like to address next? I'm going to answer that position, and I want every single person in here to answer that question as well. You know, do you guys think that we still need to go out and get another defensive tackle, wide receiver, offensive line? What is your number one priority going into tomorrow, going into Friday, as your number one top free agent priority? Just position, not player. Let me know in the comment section down below. Me personally, I would love to see us go offensive line. I would love to see us go and try up and get a left guard or a right tackle. Whether it's bringing back a Luminor, I want us to make a move that shows me that we are making moves to protect Derek Carr, that we are making moves to get Kenyon Drake and Josh Jacobs the most production possible. And I do agree. I do like the fact that it all started with Jacob Johnson today at fullback. That's a start. That's a start. But we need to get another offensive lineman. We need to bring somebody in for car insurance. Let's see what everybody's talking about. So far, I see everybody in here saying, oh shit, the comments flew. Holy fuck. O-line, linebacker. That's a good one. Right tackle, offensive line, defensive tackle, linebacker, right tackle, 1,000. I don't know if that's 10,000. I think that's 100,000%. You never know. Moses went cheap. That's true. Moses went very, very cheap. Moses went extremely cheap. Address wide receiver, then tackle, then linebacker. Another DT. Shots of Sultan in here. O-line, DT, wide receiver. We still need some needs, man. We still need some needs. So I'm all for it. Personally, Ruben Rust, outside of right tackle guard, I'm 100% with you. I still feel like we need to address that nose tackle position. I think that Baltimore is trying to get Michael Pierce back. I know that Michael Pierce played for Baltimore, I believe 2 seasons ago. Then he went to Minnesota. I would love to get Michael Pierce on this defense. I would also love to bring in Eddie Goldman, maybe possibly get a mini reunion with Eddie Goldman and Bilal Nicholas. Or Bilal Nichols. I need to get used to that. Joseph Day, V Hunnits, you guys landed yourself a baller. I hate to say it, but you guys landed yourself a baller, man. You did. Let's see. Left guard or right tackle, safety. Man, I think those are all valid points. I think those are all valid positions. And at the end of the day, those are all positions that we can go out and get very, very soon. So, yeah, would you bring back Solomon Thomas for the cheap? Depends on how cheap we're talking. But I would give Solomon Thomas $2.5 million. That's what I would bring back Solly for. And the reason why I'm bringing him back is not because of how great of a football player he is, but the reason why I bring back Solomon Thomas is purely for camaraderie and the locker room. You know, keep familiar faces around. We don't want too many departing pieces. We don't want too many key guys to be departing and going to new teams. So I would give that contract to someone like Solomon Thomas. Personally, though, I am not a big fan of him. I never was, and I got a lot of flack for it. But you know, it is what it is. I would bring him back though for about $2.5 million. Shout out to Tommy. Says somebody asked Honcho during his live show, would you trade Waller in a first round pick for Adams? Personally, I feel like at that point you're overpaying Thomas because simply Devontae is trying to force his way out of Green Bay, and adding Waller in there is an overpay. Would I trade a first? Probably. I would have to sleep on it, but I would probably trade a first round pick for Devontae Adams. But would I trade a first and Waller? Probably not. Actually, no, I would not. I'd rather bring back Quentin Jefferson. I agree with you, Quentin. I agree with you, Q. Bring back Q. Q. We got to bring back Q. I agree. Chargers only got 2 fans. They both in this chat who watch the Chargers streams. Facts, man, facts. But hey, Hunnit's cool people. I don't know about Baruso. He got to earn his stripes in here. But Hunnit's cool people. He pissed me off sometimes, and I put him in timeout. But Hunnit's cool people. He cool people. We need Quentin Jefferson back. I agree, but it's honestly looking like Gus Bradley wants to reunite him over there. He wants to bring him over there. What's the word on Isaiah Buggs? I think that he's a roster guy. I mean, I think he's a practice squad guy. I think he's a practice squad guy. Nichols is like Nichols. Okay, perfect. So Bilal Nichols, perfect. Adams will not be in Vegas. Damn, Noel, that's tough. You just gonna stab me in the heart like that, fam? That's tough, man. That's tough. That's tough. Safety is something we can draft in the draft. I agree, Shane. I 110% agree with you. Go out and draft yourself Nick Cross in the 4th round out of Maryland. He's a former track runner. Good tangibles, good wingspan. He's a damn good player, man. He's a damn good player. And I would love to bring him in the 4th round. Have yourself a nice, solid player for the future at the safety position. Is Klee going to play defensive end or defensive tackle? In this scheme, it's kind of weird because he's going to be playing. Technically, the name is a defensive end, but he's going to be playing around the 3 to 5 technique in terms of defensive tackle. So a little bit different. He's going to be playing anywhere from 3, 4, and 5 tech, in my opinion. And I think this should be the best scheme for him because he's in between a defensive tackle and the outside linebacker. So he's not the last guy on the line of scrimmage, and he's also not the guy that has to set the edge, So it's a little bit less taken off his plate, and at the same time, he's useful there because he's a great run stopper and can occasionally get to the passer, Shout out to Monster Raider YouTube, man. He says, "Yo, what's good? What's good with you, Monster? What's cracking? How you feeling? How you feeling, man?" EC says, Andy, I spy on Cowboys, Bills, Bolts, Vikes, Bears, Eagles chats. They all like Nick Cross. Hey, man, if they're all in on Nick Cross, well, guess what? You know who my guy is, Verone McKinley, brother. Verone McKinley. Paul Wall, we are anywhere between the $16 to $25 million range in terms of cap. And that's just because full details of all the contracts that we did take on today are not yet out. But we are ranging anywhere from 16 to $25 million in cap left. And that's not regarding the $20 million more dollars that we have just off of Corey Littleton and Carl Nassib. So check it, bro. We got a lot of money to work with. I'm very, very sure that if teams can go $70 million over the cap, we can make moves with some money that we'll have in just a couple of months, So that's how it is. Justin Herbert, how about this, man? Goodbye. We don't mess with Justin Herbert. Let's see. Kirby Joseph from Illinois is a ball hawking safety. He's nice too. Shout out to Kirby Joseph. I know for a fact that's my guy, Wasted's guy. Wasted being trying to put us all on about Kirby Joseph out of Illinois. Give him and Nate Hobbs a little mini reunion. I'm for it, but personally, I like Nick Cross more. I like Nick Cross more. Plus the $20 million we can get from a possible DC extension. Hey, man. Hey, let them know. Let them know. Because we can use that 20 M's. We can use that 20 M's. Ruben Russ, again, bro. Thank you. Really, really thank you, man. I appreciate all the support you show. He says, I feel A-Rob is going to be cheaper than everyone think. He was outplayed by Mooney in the last 2 seasons. Could get him as a steal. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about getting him as a steal because the reason why I feel like a guy like Mooney was able to maybe outshine him or outplay him the last 2 seasons is because they had a quarterback carousel. So the quarterback wasn't really too fond of a wide receiver specifically. He was just kind of there, just like, okay, I kind of built a little rapport with him after practice. I'm gonna throw him the ball a little bit more. I really think that A-Rob is going to get paid. I don't think that he'll get paid $20 million. I don't think that he'll get paid $19 million. I think that A-Rob will get anywhere from $16 to $18 million a year. If you're asking me, would I take that? Yes, I would take that. Shout out to Ghost to the post again, bro. He says Jacobs still in. Yeah, Jacobs is still in. There's no reason for Jacobs to leave. It's looking like he wants to change his number to the number 8. I'm down for it. I'm down for a little number change. I'm down for a little number change. If he wants to change his number, do it. Do it. I also kind of want to see a number change for Trayvon Mullen. Get him in that number 1. Get him a little bit hype. Get him a little bit with a little bit of swagger on him. I want to do that. I like the number changes. And Bryan Edwards, it seems like the Bryan Edwards number change is official. It is looking like Bryan Edwards will be switching from number 89 to number 3. So I do believe that is an official number change. I believe he was the one that said he is changing to number 3. So there's something to look at with that. Nick Cross and Merrick would be great together in this 2 high system. I agree, John Beck. I truly do agree. I truly do agree. 110%. 110%. I also feel like with Tyrann Mathieu there, as much as I was as much as I was like against bringing in the Honey Badger, I took a step back and I realized, like, damn, why the hell am I so hard on Honey Badger for talking shit? Like, listen, he's talking shit. Everybody talks shit when they're playing football. So I'm not gonna hate him for that. Do I take it a little bit more personally when he talks shit about my team? Of course. That should be every single person in this chat. But Honey Badger and Trayvon Merrick would be absolutely phenomenal as a safety duo, as a safety tandem, and it'd be really, really, really hard to to pass the ball on that, in my opinion. Shout out to Desert Raider. He says, Andy, I hear one of your guys will be available, Matt Ioannidis. Listen, you guys, Matt Ioannidis has been my guy for over 2 years. One of my first, if not my first ever video talking about a specific player on this channel was Matt Ioannidis. You will have to go back over 250 videos to hear me first talk about Matt Ioannidis. I love him. He's good against the run, can get sacks, you guys. He's a guy that has, I believe, a season high of 8.5 sacks at the defensive tackle position. My only worry is that he is not a 3-4 defensive tackle. So he's not going to play the nose, and he's not necessarily going to play that 3-4 defensive end in terms of the 3-5 technique. Maybe he could take over the 3-5 technique opposite side of Bilal Nichols, but I'm not too sure because he's never played in this scheme. He's never played in this scheme. So, in my opinion, Matt Ioannidis, one of the most underrated talents in this game, only 28 years old. His cap hit was already low enough at $6 to $7 million when he was on the Commanders. I feel like now, with him being released, will be even lower. It'll be even lower. Shout out to Gibby. And this is a question. I'm going to direct this question to the chat as well. Would you guys bring in, give a little flyer, and yes, I do think it's a flyer on Julio Jones. And the reason why I think it's a flyer, not because of his resume. We know Julio Jones is a top receiver in this league. But there's a big asterisk, and that's his health. Would you guys bring in Julio Jones? On a 1-year deal, 2-year deal, are you guys bringing in Julio Jones? Recently released from the Titans. Hey, man, injury is a concern with him, but personally, I'm going to pass on Julio. The name is great. Julio Jones, possibly a future Hall of Famer. The name is there, but I'm not doing it. You guys may not like it, but I'm not doing it. I don't want to, even if it's $5 or $6 million, I don't want to bring in Julio Jones for him to ride the bench. I don't want that. Shout out to Monster Raider again, man. Appreciate you. He says, bro, I remember your first live, like your very, very first live with Graf and B. You were telling Graf about Matt Ioannidis. You definitely ain't lying. Listen, Monster, I'm definitely not. I got no reason to lie, fam. This guy, Matt Ioannidis, has been my guy since day freaking one on this channel, bro. So very underrated. Very, very underrated. And this is the thing. This is the thing. It's going to be a lot easier for guys to come in and produce on this defensive line. And the reason why I say that is because years before, with just Max or just Mac, it was just one guy that the offensive line really had to take account of. But this season, teams are going to have to take account of Bilal Nichols, and yes, I'm going to say that teams have to take account of him because you look at his production, you look at his film, not highlights, you look at his film, he is dominant against the pass and pretty damn good against the run. So I feel like if you bring in another nose tackle, a nose tackle would solidify this defensive line completely. And the reason why I say that, you got Bilal Nichols, you got Chandler Jones, and you got Max Crosby. There's only 5 guys up front on that offensive line. One of those guys is going to demand a double team. Who are you going to double? Are you going to double Max? Are you going to double Chandler Jones? Are you going to double what's his name? Bilal Nichols? Who are you going to double? It's going to create one-on-ones. And look, Luis, I'm glad you brought this shit up because bringing in Calais Campbell would be an absolute mismatch for offensive lines. An absolute mismatch. And so with this, GC, bringing in Jordan Davis would also cause a lot of problems. Drafting a Devontae Wyatt would cause a lot of problems. Drafting a Travis Jones would cause a lot of problems. I would love to draft a Travis Jones. I'm just not sure that he makes it to pick 53. Clee is still here right away. I have Clee starting. In my opinion. I have Clee starting. As of right now, you look at our roster, I have Clee starting. The role that Clee would have to play fits him perfectly. It would fit him perfectly. It would. Calais would be fire with Mad Max and Chandler. Like, listen, man, that's just phenomenal right there, bro. Imagine you're a defensive tackle and you can come onto a team that got Mad Max, Chandler Jones. Come on, dog. That makes your life extremely easier. Because who are they going to double at that point? Okay, they could put an extra blocker in. But guess what? That takes away from the job that our corners got to do. So with these mismatches, bro, it helps a lot. It helps the DBs. It helps the front seven. It just helps in general. Can we get a second rounder for Clee and a third? No, absolutely not. Cleveland Furrow's value in terms of a trade I see is anywhere between a 5th round pick to a 6th round pick. He has not had success in this league. We saw a guy like CJ Henderson just last season. He was a 1st round pick. And in his first year, he got traded for a 3rd. Cleveland Furrow has been in the league for going into his 4th season now. 4th season now. His draft capital is, or his draft, or his trade value is just not there in terms of draft capital. It's not. It's not. Wyatt Jones, Campbell, and Max. Holy crap, man. Holy crap. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Max viewed your story. I'm happy for you, dog. I know that must have made your day. I'm so happy for you. Let's see. Kenny says, trade Abrams for a gallon of Gatorade. That's how we feeling, Kenny? Come on, man. Is Miles Jack still available? Did he sign with the Steelers? He did confirm that deal. Miles Jack, one of my top guys available, did head on and go with the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. The AFC conference is getting extremely, extremely competitive by the minute. By the minute. He says, I want to see what we have in Tyree Gillespie. I agree, Omar. I really, really do. Let's see. I think Calais could be had for a 1-year, $8 million deal with $6.5 guaranteed. You think he'll get $8 million this year? You think he'll get $8 million this year? Anthony says, why'd you skip my comments? Listen, bro, I'm not trying to. It's a lot of people. Drop your comment. I'll try and hit the next one, bro. I'll try and hit the next one. It's hard though. It's hard though. We're getting a lot of love in the chat right now. It's a lot of people. I'm trying to get to as many comments, but my bad. Drop it in the comment section right now. I'll look for it. Shout out to Pharaoh. He says nose tackle, wide receiver, offensive line, linebackers, safety are needs now in free agency. Facts. And with a lot of money yet to be used, I believe that nose tackle can be addressed in the draft. I believe that linebacker can be addressed in the draft. I think that offensive line, wide receiver needs to be addressed in some fashion in the in free agency. I think that we need to go into the draft with offensive line secured and hopefully some depth at wide receiver already secured. No, I think he gets 6.5 this year, but gets the headline of 8. I agree. Bilal is a nose tackle. He's not a nose tackle, brother. Bilal actually only played 22 snaps out of over 600 at nose tackle. Bilal is not a nose tackle. He's not. He's not. Vet minimum D-Jacks. Hey, man, if D-Jack is willing to accept the vet minimum, I'd bring him in for a vet minimum. I would. I saw the Raiders have about 23 million with the moves that we made today. Perfect, dog. There we go, Anthony. I got it. With Jones and Crosby, none of the opponents are scoring more than 27 points against us. Whew, that's still a tough ask. That's still a tough ask, especially since you look at how high powered our offenses that we're gonna face are. But hey, man, I definitely feel like this defense will be very very better, very very better, a lot better in this coming season with a better coaching staff as well. Shout out to Kenny says I feel that we need 2 O-line starters and a linebacker. I agree, Kenny. I agree. Um, but I feel like really the only linebacker starter that we could have picked up would have been Miles Jack. Low key want AJ Green as depth. It's not bad. It's not bad. Andy, how do you feel about the Anthony Averett signing? In my bad if you already discussed this. I did, but there's no problem. There's a lot of new people in here. I like Anthony Averett. He's going to provide a lot of competition. He's going to provide a lot of depth if that's what you bring him into. But at the same time, at 27 years old, he's going to also provide a lot of experience. And with his blazing 4.3 speed, he's going to provide some ability to guard Tyreek Hill. Then some may not be able to provide. And you guys may be thinking, hell no, Anthony Everett's a bum. He's not going to be able to guard Tyreek Hill. Let me tell you this. Anthony Averett probably came to the Raiders because of how well he did against Tyreek Hill this last season. Not 2 years ago, not 3 years ago. This last season, I'm sure that Coach McDaniels took a look at that film and said, hold on, who the hell is that guy? And why isn't he on the roster already? So, yeah. Oh, man, we got Ruben again, bro. Shout out to Ruben. He says, Akeem Hicks feels like the more likely option with Yannick gone. Hicks, Pierce, or draft Travis Jones in the second would be the best D-line in the NFL. I would love to draft Travis Jones in the second round. I would also love to get not Akeem Hicks, Alec Pierce, or that's not his name. What's his name? Anthony Pierce? I forget. Nose tackle from Minnesota. I would love to bring him in. Personally, in my opinion, I'm not a big fan of Akeem Hicks. And the reason why is because, look, the injuries are a concern. And that's kind of why I'm passing up on a guy like Julio Jones, even though Julio's on the market. I think that Akeem Hicks is a guy that has a lot of experience, would do good in this system, but there's a big asterisk, and that's health. So, got to look at it that way. Shout out to Terrence in the chat, my guy. One of the goats of this moderator stuff. Always coming in clutch. Michael Pierce. There you go. Thank you, Shane. Brusso says, peace. Leave, motherfucker. Leave. Deuces. I love that we're playing chess and not checkers, and there are many more moves to come. I agree. There's a lot of moves to come. I think we get Kyle Noe for a starting linebacker. Kyle Van Noe, it all depends on how Patrick Graham is thinking we can use Jonathan Abram. If Patrick Graham thinks that we can use Jonathan Abram in a way where Jonathan Abram can go back to strong safety, it all depends. So it would make sense if we go out and get Kyle Van Noy and throw Jonathan Abram back at safety. Personally, I would not like that move, but if Patrick Graham wanted to make it, I would back it just because I know how smart he is. But that's about the only way that I see us bringing in Chandler Jones now. That's about the only way. Monster Raider, he says, I hope we address the right tackle position, even if it's Trent Brown, and also find a nose tackle, even though I think there's better value in the draft for nose tackle. In my opinion, the draft is very, very thin at nose tackle. Defensive tackle class is overall pretty decent, but in terms of nose, I really think it's just Jordan Davis and Travis Jones. Now, in terms of what is it? What was your other question? Trent Brown, I mean, it looks like that ship has almost sailed. It looks like he's heading to Seattle for a visit either tomorrow or Friday. So we could be seeing him get off the market really, really soon. But after Trent Brown, man, I really feel like the only other option at right tackle would be to pick up the guy that was formerly with the Tennessee Titans, Questenberry. He's a top 10 run blocker at his position. I would bring him in. I would definitely bring him in. What about Wyatt SBG? Wyatt is a phenomenal athlete. He's a great player, but he's not a nose tackle. He's a 3 technique. He's not a nose tackle. But yeah, let's see. I love the nose. He says, I love the Jones signing, but last year he played 15 games and finished with 10 and a half sacks, but he had 5 sacks in one game. So in 14 games, he only had 5.5 sacks. Yes, Stephen, that is a good point. That is a very, very good point. And I'm glad that you brought that up because I also wanted to talk about that. And this is why I'm happy that Yannick is gone because with Chandler Jones, he may go 10 games or how many games? 11, 14 games with 5.5 sacks. But in those 14 games, he's a dominant run stopper. He's setting the edge. He's getting a lot of pressure. And that's something that Yannick couldn't do. If Yannick isn't getting a sack, he's getting beat in the run game. If Yannick isn't getting a sack, he's getting drove out of position in the run game, being a huge liability. So it's kind of hard to judge Chandler Jones on that. I agree, but at the same time, Chandler Jones is everything that Yannick is, in my opinion, with a better run blocking. With a better run stopping ability, with more experience, with overall a better pass rusher, in my opinion, as well. Daryl Williams or Lyle Collins for right tackle. This is the thing with Lyle Collins. We don't know if he's a free agent yet. It's looking like the Cowboys are trying to hold him near and dear to their hearts for as long as possible before they put him out on the market. Chandler Jones was the only true edge in Arizona. There you go. Not only that, they had some beat up pieces. I don't think that JJ Watt played the whole season. I don't think that JJ Watt played the whole season, Tony. I don't. What about nose tackle Kyle Pecco from the Titans? I wouldn't mind him. I think that's more of a depth guy than anything. Do you think? Or hold on, what was it? Yannick a great pass rusher? Hold on. Where is it? Yannick for Rock Yasin was an even trade. I think Yak Sin was a first rounder in his draft. This is the thing. Rock Sin was actually a second rounder at a Temple, and he's actually developed very, very well. So there's that. Yannick, in my opinion, we let go of a bad contract. We let go of a bad run stopper. We did let go of a good pass rusher, but while doing that, we gained a young, emerging talent that was top 5 in man coverage just last season. So we have to look at that as well. I don't believe that Yannick was top 5 in any category last year, possibly pressures, but I do believe, in my opinion, that being top 5 in man coverage and being top 5 in pressures, it's hard to compare them, but I will take the guy that was top 5 in man coverage above all corners in the league. And shout out to Graf, man. He had a great show for I think it was almost 6 hours today. Put out a lot of good content for the nation. So shout out to Graf. We also had Hammer today. We had Wasted. We had a whole lot of motherfuckers today go live. So shout out to all them. The nation is putting in work. The nation is putting in work. So reward us a little bit, man. Hit that sub button in the little section down below. Join the family, and yeah, man, we got a lot of Raider content to come your way. Shout out to Ghost to the Post. He says, really want to see how Carr does in this new system. I think that this new system is going to cater to Carr's strengths. It's going to cater to the fact that when we're passing the ball, it'll be quick or it'll be a play action. So it'll be something else for the defense to have to read. Not only that, we have to remember, we have to remember that Derek Carr, I don't care what anybody says, is one of the best quarterbacks at the line of scrimmage. Very, very, very good at the line of scrimmage. He does his due diligence week in and week out. He watches his film, he watches his tape, and he does his homework. And I think that's something that you have to value very, very highly. Very, very highly. Hammer did 2 1-hour lives today. There you go, bro. He was putting in work. Shout out to Hammer, man. Putting in a lot of work. Pre-snap. Carr's the GOAT, no cap. Look, I wouldn't go as far as saying that DC's the GOAT, but DC is a damn good quarterback. And we have to remember that. We have to remember that. Rocky Sin allowed a 26 completion percentage rate in man coverage last year, the lowest among any cornerbacks by 6.6%. Holy shit. Damn. Shots of pacing with that haymaker of a stat right there. Y'all go sub to Hammer. Easy as that, White Tyson. Let him know. Let him know. And if Pharaoh, if you're in here, drop Hammer's link, drop Graph link, Wasted, all these boys, drop their link. Raid. I know Raid went live and put on a great show today. So put all them boys in here. There's only one nation in football that bring content from many YouTube creators. Shout out to Docs, Hammer, Wasted, and Andy. Appreciate you, Saints Assassin. Really, really do, man. Appreciate you. Let's go out and get my guy Matthew down. That's how we feeling, Chandler Jones. Shout out to Chandler Jones, man. Everybody give a shout out to Chandler Jones in the chat, bro. Hey, if we make that move, that's a big, big, big time move. That's a big time move. I wouldn't pay him any more than $11 million though. Chandler Jones, I wouldn't pay him $11 million. That's his max. That's his max. That's his max. Just win, baby. Simple as that. Simple as that, big country. Just win, baby. Simple as that, man. Simple as that. Let's see. What do you think about the corners we just picked up? Happy about Averett, big time. King Spawn got probably one of the best, most goated profile pictures in the nation. So, but yeah, I like them both. I like them both. Somebody said and Rocky Yassin had a Pro Bowler on the other side, so you know he was getting targeted. Simple as that, brother. Simple as that, my man. Chuckles, what's good with you, my man? It's foolish to sign Billy Turner. In my opinion, I don't want nobody that had anything to do with that Bengals offensive line. And I am 100% in agreement with you on that, Chuckles. I just subbed any thought I did already, but keep it lit for the Bay, brother. I'm juiced at the moves that we did. O-line and wide receiver has to be coming soon. I agree, J-Dub. I agree. And appreciate you for the sub. Appreciate you. And if you are new, we do have over 560 of you guys in here. If you are new, hit that sub button, hit that like button, that dislike button, that comment section in the description down below, man. Do all that for me, man, because we got a lot of content coming on the way. Isn't Chandler Jones getting $17 million a year? He's getting 17 and a half. He's getting 17 and a half a year. So I'm with it. I'm with it. Eddie, do you feel like bringing in the Honey Badger a little worried about his concussion history? Great player, but kind of remind me a little bit of Julio. Look, man, look, Honey Badger would kill with having Trayvon Merrick next to him. It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. Would I take that flyer regardless of the injury? Yes, I would take it. I would get Illuminor before Billy Turner. Dude, I think that we need to stop disrespecting Illuminor and putting him in the same conversation as Billy Turner. Billy Turner's a baller. Billy Turner's a baller, bro. I mean, what the fuck? Illuminor's a baller. Holy shit. You guys got me messed up. Illuminor's a baller. Not Billy Turner. Not Billy Turner. Damn, we lost fucking 15 of y'all when I said that dumb shit. My bad, man. Billy Turner's from Green Bay? Is he? Oh shit. I must be thinking of I'm thinking about Bobby. What's his name? Bobby Hart. I'm thinking about Bobby Hart. Shit, I look stupid as hell right there. Ruben Russ, do you think we draft a cornerback in round 1? If no Gilmore, it's possible. It's very, very possible. We did have shots to Josh McDaniels. He actually wasn't even in Vegas today. He was in Georgia at Georgia's Pro Day checking out their guys. And there is a potential second round draft pick there with Darion Kendrick. So something to look at. Something to look at for sure. Billy Turner, now I know you guys are talking about. I would still get Questenberry above Billy Turner, but that's just me. I'm just a little bit of a Questenberry fanatic. Let's see what happened to Javin White. He left and went to the Jets. He left and went to the Jets. GC says it's the allergy medicine, bro. That allergy medicine didn't even work, bro. I've been fucked up all day. Fuck the allergies, man. I hate this shit with a passion. I couldn't even sleep yesterday. I couldn't even sleep. Nobody likes Sendejo as strong safety for the cheap. Listen, White Tyson. Sendejo is worse than fucking Eric Harris. So no. I'm not taking him. I'm not taking him never. He is worse than Eric Harris. No. Hell no. Hell no. Uh, he says, shout out to Dirty Man, another great Reddit content creator in the building. He says, doubt we draft a cornerback in the first round. I agree. I agree. Oh shit, that's funny. I told you tequila facts. I ain't drinking that shit though. I ain't drinking that shit. Anthony Barr, maybe even Kendricks, if released or available for a throwaway pick. I would definitely trade for Eric Kendricks. One of my favorite, most underrated linebackers in the league. Him and Miles Jack, in my opinion, are the two most underappreciated and undervalued linebackers in the league. I would definitely go give them a call if they are shopping around Eric Kendricks. That's how I'm feeling. Let's see. Claritin, bro, the best, bro. All of that shit didn't work, bro. I had to put what's that called? The Vaporu in my nose, bro. The Vicks. I had to put that in my nose. And that shit only helped like 20 minutes. And then thankfully I was able to go to sleep in those 20 minutes. Then I woke up an hour later, had to put some more. It was messed up, bro. It was definitely messed up. Was good, and he was good, Bobby. How you feeling today, bro? We made a lot of moves. How you feeling, Bobby? Miles Jack is amazing, but will his knee hold up? Listen, Miles Jack, even if his knee doesn't hold up, it's not our problem. He went to Pittsburgh. So as far as I know, hope you do the best, but fuck Miles Jack. Simple as that. Eric Kendricks is a stud. AFC West is the best division of football, without a doubt. It's a Pro Bowl game. It's a Pro Bowl game. It's safe to say we got the best pass rush in the NFL. I would have to pump the brakes on that, Cash Lord, just because we have no defensive tackle that can really ball out week in and week out. Do you take an allergy pill every morning? I don't, bro. I don't, because my allergies usually only get bad in the summer. But I took one this morning. I went and I bought some Dayquil. I was doing a bunch of stuff, bro, and none of that stuff was helping. None of that stuff was helping. So, yeah. 8:30. You watch Brandon Smith, linebacker from Penn State, rounds 2 or 3. Looks like a great pro. Brandon Smith is a damn good linebacker. My only thing with Brandon Smith is his frame, as well as he's an outside linebacker. I feel like we need an interior. I feel like we need an interior linebacker. I know we have Denzel Perryman, but I still feel like we need an interior interior linebacker for of the future, because Denzel Perryman is only under contract for 1 more year. 1 more year. Um, Chandler Jones in here talking his shit. I feel you. I feel you. I take Zyrtec. Only thing that helps me, Greg, I might have to check it out, bro. I might have to check it out. I've said this before. I wouldn't mind to say it again. You Reddit content creators put in all the grind, and us in the nation only have 2 jobs: just to subscribe and hit that like button. Period. There you go, Anthony. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Always showing love to the channel and all the channels in the nation. So there you go, man. Take Anthony's advice and hit that like, hit that subscribe down below, man. Love y'all. Yo, Vicks and 7 Up goes to the post. I threw the Vicks. I don't drink soda, bro. I don't drink. I hate soda. I don't like how it feels. I just drink water, bro. Water's good. I like water. I hate soda, bro. I don't like the fizz, bro. I'm not with that. I'm not with fucking wild shit going on in my throat, bro. I don't want that shit. Pause. I'm not with that, bro. Fire Shiny, appreciate you all sharking. I'm gonna try that. Spoon of honey and lemon and garlic Mexican cure. I'm gonna try that. Spoon of heart. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for sure. Front office did work today. They did a lot of work. But look. Offensive lineman available. Let me see the best offensive lineman available. And actually, I'm gonna see if there was any more signings around the league today. While we were on air with you guys. So let me see. Let me see. We gotta sign Trip Breck. Oh man, I'm not sure about that. Hey, nah, Anthony. Anthony tripping. Um, Demarcus Lawrence calls Cowboys' initial $9 million pay cut request disrespectful. They were able to get a $30 million guarantee over 3 years. There you go. I mean, shit. There we go. But look, I think that Questenberry's a must. Try to kill you, forget about your allergies, bro. Y'all better make me do some crazy shit because I need it. I need to get these allergies gone. I need to get these allergies gone. They're killing me right now, man. Billy Turner can play right tackle and left guard if we needed him to. All right, let me do this, man. I'm gonna look up Billy Turner, man. Y'all hyping him up like wildfire. So we gonna check Billy Turner out. We gonna check Billy Turner out. How old is he? He's only 30. As offensive tackle, I'm not worried about that. 6'5", so he has a damn good frame for a tackle. I could do it. I could do it. Jersey up in here was good. Big Country was popping. Furrow played good at the end of the year, given minimum snaps per game. I really, really did like how Cleveland Furrow and Malcolm Kuntz looked together. Another thing that I'm very, very excited about the Chandler Jones signing is that with Chandler Jones being here for 3 seasons, Malcolm Kuntz gets to learn behind Chandler Jones for 3 seasons. That is amazing to me. Another thing, I feel like Malcolm Kuntz could be molded into a good outside linebacker of the future. So we'll see. We'll see. He played fairly well for Green Bay. I don't want fairly well, man. I want a good player. Illuminor's better. There's that. Darrell Williams at right tackle. Me personally, man, it's Questenberry or bust. It's Questenberry or bust. Is Marcus Peters still available? Marcus Peters is under contract. He has over a $15 million hit, cap hit. I'm not doing that. I would love to bring in Marcus Peters one day, but not today or tomorrow or Friday. What team in the division are you most scared of? Personally, I think the best built team in the division is the Chargers. I feel like on paper the Chargers have the best roster, but they had the best roster on paper last year. And guess who missed the playoffs? They did. And guess who beat them to make the playoffs? We did. So I'm not too worried, bro. I'm not too worried, especially with all the additions and acquisitions we did today. I'm happy. I'm happy, man. But we definitely need to get a nose tackle. We definitely need a right tackle with left guard. If we feel extremely confident in a certain wide receiver in the draft, maybe we go that route. But personally, I feel like we should go out and get a wide receiver, maybe a Rob. But who knows? Who knows? For sure, DT or wide receiver in the first. I'm not sure about wide receiver in the first, man. It depends if Devin Lloyd is there. If Devin Lloyd is there, I'm taking Devin Lloyd. If Devin Lloyd is there, I'm taking Devin Lloyd at 22. That's what I'm taking. That's what I'm saying. Um, Tyron Johnson said Edwards at receiver. We can't have that, bro. We can't have that. Uh, man, this dude Farrell NFL just said Julio Jones is better than Tate Adams. I don't know about that. I don't think Farrell said that. If Farrell said that, he might have to get unmodded quick, like super quick. Let's see. There is still Bradley Bozeman from the Ravens on the inside of the O line. It's tough, bro. Like we missed out on so many starters, so many plug and plays on the O line in day 2. Like we missed them all. We missed them all. So it's kind of tough. Devin Lloyd is real thin for linebacker. Looks like a safety. Man, Cash Lord, you not about to come in here thinking that you better persuade me. Is Odell worth the shot? In my opinion, if you blow out an ACL twice, the same knee twice, I think that you could still be a good player, but I'm not signing you. You could go be a good player somewhere else. You'll be a good player somewhere else. Gus says, hey, Andy, I need Honey Badger in the silver and black. Look, When that first report came out that got me really thinking about bringing in Honey Badger, I was like, damn, bro, I'm tripping. We actually could use Honey Badger and his services. So I wouldn't be too mad at it. I personally don't know if he fucks with the Raiders like that, but if he does fuck with us enough to sign a deal, do it, bro. Do it. Best O line move so far was getting rid of Tom Cable. Facts, EC. Facts. Where does Divine Diablo fit in? He fits in as an interior linebacker. He fits in as an interior linebacker. Same knee, bro. Yup. 6'3", 240 safety. Oh no. Who's 240 at 6'3"? Oh, you talking about Devin Lloyd. I don't think Devin Lloyd's 240 though. I mean, no disrespect to this organization, but Khalil Mack wasn't even your best pass rusher. I mean, shit, you got to give that to Howie Long if we're talking about history. But we're not gonna act Chandler Jones like in your heyday and Khalil Mack's heyday. We all take Khalil Mack over you. You feel me? just talking about shit. We have two fullbacks. We really have one because Son Smith is going back to play defensive end. He's going back to play defensive end. So you got to remember that. Got to remember that. He's playing defensive end. Remember that. Remember that. How much Alka-Seltzer plus Andy, bruh? These, I don't know, bro. These bum ass shits are trash, bro. They're just trash. these freaking bumba clot freaking allergies. I hate these. We need a wide receiver one badly. Let me tell you guys this. Let me tell you guys this. Do you think that Alec Pierce or George Pickens can be a wide receiver one for the Las Vegas Raiders? Do you think that Alec Pierce or George Pickens can be a wide receiver one for the Las Vegas Raiders? What do you think? What do you think? Andy, when is the next Horseman show? I'm pretty sure we're going to try and put that together next week or maybe really, really late in this week. It just didn't happen. It just didn't happen because, I mean, it was kind of scattered today. It was kind of all last minute. I don't even have the intro downloaded. So, yeah, we couldn't get it done. But definitely should be either this week or next week. No chance in hell. Pickens, yes. Pierce, no. Pickens, just no. Just go get Cooks. Okay. Do you guys just want to go out and get Brandon Cooks, trade for Brandon Cooks? I'm all for trading for Brandon Cooks and going out and getting a receiver in the second or third round. I'm all for that. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. I think we got to go Garrett Wilson or Olave if they're there at 22. I think that Garrett Wilson is the only wide receiver that won't actually have a chance to make it to 22. I think all the other ones you can kind of rework it in a way or fashion that could fall, but I think that Garrett Wilson will not be there at 22. Cooks is a great big play guy. Look, let me do this real quick because Brandon Cooks is somebody that I've been high on for a long time, for a freaking long time. I said bring in Brandon Cooks before we even hired Josh McDaniels. So I mean, I've been on the Brandon Cooks train. I want us to bring in Brandon Cooks. He is a baller. I think that should have been done in my opinion. But look, for those of you guys that want to talk about Brandon Cooks, here he is. Brandon Cooks, Texans in 2021, over 1,000 yards with 6 touchdowns. Texans in 2020, over 1,000 yards with 6 touchdowns. He had a bit of a down year because he got hurt with the Rams, and then he got traded the year after. I mean, bro, he's had 1,000 yards every single season besides two. Besides two. Aren't Cooks and DC tight? They are tight. They are buddies. I'm with bringing him in. I'm with bringing him in all the freaking way. And look, this is what makes Brandon Cooks even better. This is what makes Brandon Cooks even better. Look at this contract. This is this year. 2022. This is this year. 2022, $16 million, right? This is what makes him even better. 2023, his cap hit is $5 million. 2024, his cap hit is $2.5 million. You should look into bringing in Brandon Cooks. Simple as that. Simple as that. I would like Cooks with Pickens. I would like Cooks with Pickens, Jahan Dotson, Alec Pierce. I would like any of those guys. I would like any of those guys. What do you think about Julio Jones? Look, man, Julio Jones potentially a Hall of Famer, but the injuries do scare me. The injuries do scare me. They do. They scare me a lot, in fact. So I don't know if I would bring him in. I don't know if I'd bring him in. I like Cooks with Pickens. I love that. I love that. How much do you give up for Cooks? I would give up my fourth round pick. If that's what it took to make it go through, I would give up my fourth round pick. I would give up my fourth round pick. If that's what it took, I would give up my fourth round pick. I would do it. But I really think that it'll just be like your fifth round pick that you'll need to send off. So I'm not really tripping. Julio Jones and Pickens, Renfrow in the slot. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. We need a red zone threat. That's why I say, Julio, listen. The times of needing a red zone threat are over. Because you know why? Josh McDaniels was able to have a top 5 red zone offense with Jacoby Myers, Nelson Aguilar as his 2 outside receivers. Those guys aren't go up and grab it kind of players. He didn't need a Julio Jones. And think about it. We have a Darren Waller. We have a Brian Edwards that actually can do damage in that department. So, look, I'm just happy that we're at where we're at, because going forward it's going to be a good ride to take. Pause. Super pause. What would you do to get Kyle Hamilton on the secondary? I'm not doing shit because I'm not trading up for Kyle Hamilton. He's a safety, bro. I'm not doing it. Cooks had over 1,000 yards with no QB. Let that sink in, y'all. Let that sink in, bro. Come on, man. Cooks will take the pressure off of us. Red zone threat. How many TDs Jones had over the last 3 seasons? Shit. Zay Jones was better and healthier? Are we talking about Zay Jones was better and healthier than who? Then who was Zay Jones better and healthier at? But look, you guys, look. We've been on for over an hour and 20 minutes. We've been on for over an hour and 20 minutes. We had up to 580 of you guys. 580 of you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys for pulling up. I'm going to say it again. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. You guys have made this channel grow rapidly these last couple weeks. So we want to keep it rolling so I can keep pushing out this content for you guys because I love doing it. I love doing this content. Look, I'm going to head out for tonight. If the Raiders make another move, expect a video. Expect a video if the Raiders make another move. So, like I said, if you want to be one of the first to see Raider news, Raider content when it comes out, hit that sub button, turn on the notification bell, and you'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a video. But check it out. Again, hit that sub button. We're on the way to 5,000 subscribers. We got a lot of content coming. Hopefully there's more days like this to come because I'm excited and I'm very, very happy to see the direction that the Raiders are going. So with that being said, you guys, I want every single one of you guys to have a blessed night. Take care. Stay safe. As always, stay safe. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.